Alright, so once again we're back in it. Last time I did Dracula's Curse, and it wasn't the best. But thankfully, next is Super Castlevania 4. It's actually a little crazy how close together 4 Dracula's Curse and Belmont's Revenge are, at least in the list that I'd formed up. And then you got quite a big gap until Bloodlines. That's the last one in this bundle, barring Kid Dracula, which I don't know if I'll even bother with. I don't think so. But this one's one of my favorite games ever, so hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is all. I would just like to take a moment to say hell yeah. Thank you for listening. Okay, is this the best resolution? No, this is pixel perfect. I don't really want that. I want original. Oh, it just makes it a little white. Oh god. Oh, good god. Nah, I feel like that'd probably look terrible. Well, in that case, I guess pixel perfect's probably the best one. I never got the scan lines hype. I guess it really is just purely nostalgia at that point, right? Like, it's gotta be. But anyway, so here's Super Castlevania 4. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't want to sound like a pessimist when I say this, but I am very aware I'm probably going to be streaming this to literally no one tonight. And this probably won't get a whole lot of anything on YouTube either. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because sometimes you just gotta do the things that you enjoy. And that's kind of what this is. It's just something I really enjoy. I think I streamed this a few years back. I need to stop saying I think I streamed this a few years back, and there he goes again. Playing it on for like between 2 and 4 hours. I can't remember which one it was. 4 hours sounds way too long. I don't think this is a 4-hour game. I think this is like a 3 at max. I think I did it in 2. I'm trying to remember so that I can see if I can outdo it. I mean, I'm playing it with a PS4 controller, which feels a little dirty. It feels a little wrong. I need to get the Legacy Collection physical release that they did for the Switch. It's like 50 to 60, which is a lot for a collection of NES and Super Nintendo games. But I don't know how else to really go about getting a physical copy of them all. And I know that's only going to get more expensive the longer I put it off. My best bet there, or otherwise, all I can think to do is maybe get a bootleg cartridge of 4 and just say screw the first 3, because I was initially looking at getting the first 3, but I kind of changed my mind. I mean, realistically, this is the Castlevania where I care more about Castlevania. Not that there's anything wrong with 1, 2, and 3. Well, there's quite a lot wrong with 3, but not that there's that much wrong with 1, and there isn't really anything wrong with 2. 2's actually quite an enjoyable game, as long as you know where you're going. 4 is just when they get it right. 4 is just when Castlevania becomes something I know I definitely enjoy. The only downside there is I think the Belmont's Revenge on the Game Boy is still kinda pretty very shitty. It's the way I would word that. I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna cast judgments on it just yet. I haven't actually played it in a very long time. I've never beaten it. I think I've only ever given it like a little try. But I'm gonna really go for it when I stream that or record that. I might not even bother streaming another Castle. I think basically, I'm not trying to sound really pessimistic here. It's just I know no one really gives a shit about Castlevania. No one cared about Bloodstained when I did it. You know, I know this is just it's a genre of game in which I don't believe there are fans in existence of, because I have never seen them, never ever. I don't know who they are. I'm now convinced that people think Simon Belmont is like a Super Smash Bros. OC. So basically what I think I'm going to do to kind of determine whether or not I stream another Castlevania game in the future is I think I'll stream this one, and if I end up streaming like the whole game to no one, then I think I might make this the last Castlevania game I stream. I'll still record them because, I mean, that's literally the same as streaming it. It's just, you know, I don't have to worry about people not showing up because no one shows up to it. It would be kind of weird if someone showed up to a recording. I'd be like, why are you in my house? Please leave. So I'm like not putting like loads of weight on this, but like I'm just kind of saying like I think I'm gonna stream a lot less in the nearish future, because the whole time I'm recording I don't really care who does and doesn't see it, as long as I'm doing it. Like it doesn't really matter to me. Like obviously that part can be a bit of a downer when you're uploading it and you're like, oh yeah, no one's gonna give a shit about this. The problem is, you know, you're right too, but you never know. That's kind of the mentality I go with. Is like, I'll do it and I'll just simply go off of, you never know. You never know. I'm usually pretty justified in my self-doubts, but you know, you gotta remain optimistic. Oh, I thought that was a platform I had to jump over. I was like, I can't do that. That's too small of a jump. Alright. Here comes everyone's favorite boss. Everyone. Oh! Oh, I forgot, I forgot that it's the R button to use the weapon. Such a great fight, honestly. Really out there. One of the best that I think they've ever done in the Castlevania franchise. I don't really think they're ever going to top Skeleton Horseman with a spear. I know they've been trying for years. Well, I mean, they're not trying anymore, are they? They're making pachinko machines, whatever the fuck it is they do nowadays. But, well, you know. Well, you know. I'll just leave it on that statement. Well, you know. If you don't, then try harder. The one thing that hits every time I play Castlevania 4, because I must admit I replay this game fairly often. Actually, I think it's been quite a long time since I last played it, but I used to play it really, really often. And I almost forget how great this game's soundtrack is. But like, it really doesn't miss. Every level has just a magnificent sound to it. I remember I used to play Terraria a lot. Terraria, some people seem to call it. I don't know. I've always said Terraria because like terrariums. But you know, also like terrain. I don't know. Yeah. I used to play it a lot, and I modded it at one point, and kind of like compiled my own soundtrack for it. I didn't really change much else. I think I just kind of changed the music that it'd play. Oh, I think I used like a better texture pack or something too. Not that there's anything wrong with the Terraria textures. I think I just wanted something a bit more 32-bit. Although I feel like that is a 32-bit game now that I say that. I don't know. It was like a bit more smoother. The sprites were just a little bit more clean. I don't know how to explain it. But I modded it and I made a soundtrack myself, and I just used songs from this game, nothing else. Just songs from this game. And like, it fits so many different atmospheres so well. And like, I think I must have played like, you know, 1,000+ hours of that game, and yet it never got old. It never got annoying. I always really enjoyed this game's music, and I feel like that is a testament to just how great I personally think that this game's soundtrack is. I can't really speak for, you know, people in general. I don't know how loved Castlevania... I mean, I don't know Castlevania fans, so I can't really know how loved Castlevania 4 is amongst them. But, from, like, the YouTubers I've seen play Castlevania, this is, like, the hated one, to my understanding, which I find a little surprising. I feel like this one is just so enjoyable. I mean, I think it's the age-old thing. It's the thing that I get a little sick of sometimes, which is that I think people don't like this one because it's, like, easier. I don't think this is quite as challenging as, like, Castlevania 1. I mean, you have things like, you know, when you jump, you can actually, like, redirect it. I can go left and then I can, like, turn right. And I can change it, and you know, you've got like the free whip directions and stuff, and you can go diagonal. Like, I feel like the reason people don't like this one is because it controlled better, and Castlevania was such a minimalist designed game, I think is the words I'm trying to say. I think Castlevania was just so minimal and so empty initially that when this moved over to the Super Nintendo and they added all these extra functions, I think it made it too simple for some people, and because of that it just wasn't as popular. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but I think honestly it's one of those, like, it was made too playable, so that made it easier, because a lot of the challenge in the first Castlevanias, mostly 1 and 3, I couldn't really remember if it affected 2 very much, is like that, like, when you jump, you're committed to it, you're stuck with it, and there's no turning back. So if you're jumping into an enemy that's now just walked up to the ledge, you can't quickly pull back and hope that you'll land back on the ledge you came from. That's it. You're going into that enemy, and you are then going to get hit by that enemy, knocked back, and fall down and die. And you don't really experience a lot like that in this game. It's just more comfortable. It's just more enjoyable. I thought for such an early Super Nintendo game, this is like right near launch, I think. It just looked great too. Like they've really outdid themselves with this one, I personally feel. I've played Dracula X, which also came out on the Super Nintendo like after this. And whilst I do enjoy Dracula X, I don't think it's as good as this one by any means. It's got like a couple nice songs, but it feels more primitive than this one. And I think they did take out a few things, like, you know, as far as I can remember, like the diagonal whip and like the free form movie, the whippy, bendy, floppy thing that I was just doing. I think you can still kind of pull back when you're in the middle of a jump, which is nice. I do wish this game filled the whole screen. I feel like it could at least be like a bigger square, a square that's like big enough that it covers, you know, so there's not space between and above, below and above it, so that the frame is maybe, you know, just really small and off to the side. Because like, I don't really think this needed to be this exact size. I know I could probably just fix that myself, actually, using like a second capture of this and cropping it, just fixing it myself. I could totally do that, but am I going to? Am I? Fuck. I'm gonna complain about it instead, like a real man. Again, this song's just, it's really nice. It's got like a sense of like, not dread, but like, it's got a sense of wonder, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's kind of gives you that feeling of like, oh, this is pretty, this is nice, but also there's something looming. I don't know. I think they really just perfected this game's soundtrack, okay? I think the only thing that looks kind of bad in this game is actually Simon himself. I think he looks pretty bad. Every now and then I forget to look at his sprite, like I'm just kind of taking in the surroundings and like hitboxes and stuff. And then I'll like remember to kind of look at Simon and I'll go, oh god. Yeah, that part's not great. I think just after this section is one of my favorite songs, in the sense of like, what the fuck even is this? is probably the best way to describe the feeling that that song gives you. But I'll get to that in a moment. Well, that wasn't very nice. Sometimes I do feel like I could take less damage if I just actually waited for a second. Oh, here's a good one. I think the only thing that I could criticize with this game... Actually, I'll wait until I've gotten there. Because right now I feel like I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Fuck. I don't actually... Oh no, of course. I was about to be like, I don't actually know what Castlevania game comes next after this. But it would be either Dracula X or Bloodlines. And of course... Belmont's Revenge on the Game Boy. I think the thing I was trying to put into words there was the fact that, like, I'm reaching a point in my little list I'm working through where, like, eventually the games I'm gonna play are gonna actually be different. They're gonna be completely unfamiliar to me, because I must admit I'm very much in a comfort zone at the moment of, like, playing shit that I've already played like a billion times, and like, wow, that was a bad move. I don't normally die in this game until like block 6. Whoops. Okay, well, I really fucked that one. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm finally coming out of that comfort zone pretty soon, I think. I think it was around Super Nintendo things get a little less familiar, because I did, I've spoken about this in a lot of videos before, but basically I have like a list of things I'm trying to work through. There's like so many different games I want to like try, and there's so many different like TV shows and wrestling events and, you know, all that crap. So much stuff that I'm like invested in, music, all sorts of shit that I like want to try. I really want to explore as much like media as possible, basically. And so the best way I could think to do that was just to kind of compile like a really big ass list and just kind of chronological it a bit, if those are the words, if that is the wording that I meant for it to be. Sort it chronologically, and I'm currently at the end of like 92, because I'm going off of UK release dates, not... Oh, fuck. What am I doing? Alright. I don't know why this one little spike ball is, like, really psyching me out. And it was just a heart anyway. I think it's because I kept trying to get the candle above it. I don't actually think it was the enemy. I think it was the candle above it that, like, I was really wanting. And I don't know. I think it's just because I have it in me that I've got to, like, break them all. Like, there's, like, a mighty need to break them all. But yeah, I think, I'm getting pretty close to the end of that kind of comfort zone, because what I was going to say was I actually compiled a list before and I worked through it before, but I got really careless with it, so like there were a lot of games I just skipped over. Admittedly, I haven't found anything new on the second go around. I was hoping to have... I mean, Mother 1 I found. This is also the song I was talking about before. That's like, what the fuck even is this song? Like, it's great, but what the fuck is it? Beautiful is what it is. And then it just kind of gets more messy as it goes on. It's like freeform jazz, I guess. I don't know. Not jazz. No, it's not jazzy at all. What the fuck am I talking about? It does just sound like they were kind of freestyling on this one. Because there's some stuff that just sounds really tone deaf and like it doesn't really work, but that kind of fits in a way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe this hits the ear really wrong if you're not familiar with it. But yeah, I actually had the list before, and yeah, what I was trying to say is I kept skipping over stuff. There were so many things that like I'd try to watch a TV show that was like classic, and like I wouldn't enjoy episode 1, so I'd just give up on it. Whereas now I'm trying to at least like, oh fuck, wow, okay, I am really not doing what I used to do when I played this game. You can tell I'm out of practice. I'm fucking dying to the dumbest shit right now. But yeah, going back on what I was saying, I keep saying I really hate how much I say I kept like trying to watch like certain things, and I'd completely ignore it, or I'd skip through it, or I'd skip it, and I'd like, you know, like I'd put an album on, I'd listen to like 2 tracks, and I'd be like, nope, not listening to the rest of this album, not even gonna give this a try. Yes, it's by an artist that I've decided I already like, but this album didn't start off extremely strong, so I'm just gonna turn it off. And it's just shit like that. Like I just was being really close-minded about it, which is why I reset it, because eventually I got to like, I think it was like 93, like I'm pretty close to where I was. And I realized I'd just been missing like everything. I just skimmed through so much. So I was like, alright, I need to start this over, and I need to actually try properly now. And that's basically what I'm doing now. And okay, as I say, other than like Mother 1, I haven't really experienced anything different on the second go around, but I definitely gave things much more of a fair try. I can't remember what it was. There was one game, yeah, Phantasy Star. I played the first Phantasy Star game, and even though my initial impression of it was that I just didn't really like it that much, I tried my best to enjoy that one, and I ended up getting all the way through it and finishing it. I ended up thinking it was pretty much a 5 out of 10 game. I wasn't impressed by any means, and I didn't go back and play 2, 3, or 4 afterwards. I played 1, and then I went to play 2, and there was something about the intro sequence that just made me go, oh. I was hoping they would have changed the game from 1, but it looks like it's a pretty direct and true-to-form sequel, and I didn't like 1 that much. So I kind of just shrugged that one off. That's like a no thanks. I do want to play the Phantasy Star like reboot, like when it's Phantasy Star Online, but the old dungeon crawler, which I think is pretty much like an entirely different genre to what Phantasy Star Online ended up being. It just feels really clunky and dated. Like it's definitely feels like a really old game, a product of like the 80s / early 90s, which is all it existed during, and then they did the reboot. So I'll be giving it another try once I get to the reboot, but like I know that I don't like the original 4 very much now. I've at least given it a fair shot. Because I even tried being like, well, I don't really like missing out entries, but maybe try a little bit of 3, and I did try a little bit of 3, and I was like, oh, okay. Nah, this stays, these first 4 stay very true to form to each other. Fucking bird. It's always the bird enemies. I don't know what it is about these kind of games, but it's always the bird enemies. As soon as one of those appears, I think it's because they move so differently. They're a little more open movement. Oh, fuck. That is a horrifying jump to have to make. Okay. This is where the bosses get a little bit tougher, if I remember right. I think it was like a sequelitis or something. I can't remember what. But there was something I watched that was covering... It must have been a sequelitis. I can't think of what else it would have been. That kind of covers the difference between this and the first 3 Castlevanias. And I think the reason that this was considered worse in that was actually quite valid. Because it was like... one thing I really agreed with was, as much as I do like this and think it's far superior to the original trilogy, yeah, the throw items are a little bit worthless, honestly. They are. I do find that I just don't really use, like the axes and the crosses and the holy water. I don't really use them very much. I think what was said in the sequelitis, if I'm remembering it right, is like you go so long in the game. You go so long in Castlevania, like pretty much relying on those. They are just a part of your arsenal. You have to pick which item you want because you're constantly going to be greeted with different ones, and you know you work through the game like utilizing each one as best as you can. Maybe you find like a comfort zone and there's just one you specifically use, but generally speaking, you kind of you kind of try them all quite a bit. Whereas in this one, you get a weapon. And I must admit, like, it doesn't matter. I will literally, in any other Castlevania game that I've played, you'll see it. I get the dagger, I moan and groan, I hate it, I want it gone. In this game, I lose the axe for the dagger, I don't give a damn. It might affect the game a little bit. I did just use the axe against the Hydra boss I just fought. But I find that barring the bosses, like, there's not really a lot of use for that. I just did it, but... you know, it doesn't come to me naturally. To me, it's just like, well, I can just stab it. Stab? I can just whip everything. Ugh, I always hate that part. I love the goofy little ones coming from the walls. They're so great. Ooh. Candle chicken. Very nice. Oh. Ah, good old sausage tongue. Yeah, there he is. He drops hot dog buns from the ceiling and he hits you with the sausage links. Hello, I'm 12. I love the skeleton in the wall here, because it's such a good hint at like the fact that that was about to happen. Because you look at it and you go, how did he just fall backwards into it? And it's like, ah, right, because the room tipped. And then he fell onto the spikes and died. It's a really nice heads up. Subtle but nice. Kind of sets the scene really well. This can be real hell if you don't time it out, right? I remember when I was younger and I like didn't understand like the rhythms of it at all. And I just get really overwhelmed and die over and over and over again there. I think the reason Castlevania 4 is so special to me is because it was a game that I grew up with. I didn't ever know the name of it, but I was really into its aesthetic as a kid. Like, there was something about this that really appealed to me. And I really wanted to beat it, even though I was terrible at it. Look at that mode 7, baby. I really wanted to beat it, but I couldn't because I was just a dumb baby that couldn't beat games. Especially not platformers. My god, they take way too much brain power for like a 6-year-old. But when we moved away, oh no, I couldn't have been 6 because we moved to the US when I was 5. But yeah, when we moved away from the UK, we left it with a family member, and when I came back, we just never got our Super Nintendo games back. And I went from like less than 5 until I was in high school, not knowing what this game was, and then suddenly one day, someone came in and they just emulated it on their laptop, and they were just playing. I mean, that was like mind-blowing because I didn't know what emulators were at the time either. But they emulated it on their laptop, and I remember just being blown away by the fact that they were playing this game that I'd like wanted back for so long and just not known like anything about it. And it just like awoke something in me. I was like, I need this game. And I played it and I finally beat it. And like, I think I just got that stuck to it, that like I went so long dying to see this game again, and then I did, and it was everything I remembered it being. And that made it extra special to me, so I think this game will always have that special place because of that. Oh yeah, this is just like a waiting space. I'm gonna quickly take a moment in a second to, as soon as I get like a pause, I'm gonna quickly go over to the chat on the side. Obviously no one can see this. I'm pretty sure I'm streaming to no one right now. But I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna go onto the side, I'm gonna refresh the chat, because I got a question about a wrestling video, and then once they got their answer, they just fucked off. So, you know, it feels very, like, used isn't the word, but that's what it feels like. It gives you that same kind of feeling as when you realize you're being used by a friend. It's like it's just like, ah, oh, that really is all I'm good for. And it just kind of sucks. So I'm gonna make that go away so that whenever I look over at the chat, it's empty rather than it being that just constantly there in my face, because it's just not a nice feeling. Pretty sure there should be some wall chicken around here, right? I think they're not seriously gonna expect me to, like, pull through this somehow at this rate. I think maybe it's like, I want to say there's some wall chicken. That, oh no, it's just candle chicken, you know? Different grade to wall chicken, that candle chicken. Alright, here we go. Fuck, he's gonna kill me. Yep, okay. I was gonna say, I had a feeling I was gonna die there. I'm playing really poorly. I almost feel like, as pathetic as it sounds, it's gotta be something to do with the fact that I'm playing with a PS4 controller. I realize that sounds ridiculous. I realize that sounds like excuses being made, but I stand by it. I don't normally die in this game until about level 6. It's very specific. I can tell you exactly what it is. As soon as you enter like a golden area, is the best way for me to describe it. As soon as you enter around there, that's when I start to die. I'm normally just kind of farming up lives at this point, but like I'm not hitting it, you know. I'm not doing it, and I think it's the best I can think is maybe just something about this just feels a bit alien. Maybe my concentration's just not quite what it normally is. I've been in a bit of a funny place, so it could be that. I don't know. I'm having fun playing this though. This is really enjoyable. I don't really care if I get a game over in the end. The only reason I begrudge that is because I think I'm gonna have to go back to block 4-1, and I don't really want to climb all of this again. I just don't want to use a save state on Castlevania 4. That just feels silly to me because I never need to normally. This should be now. This should be fine. Now that I have full health, should be fine. You just gotta get his little toesies, you know? This guy, the way he dies always fills me with so much joy. I know that sounds weird, but you'll see. Assuming you have the same sense of humor as me anyway. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here, ready? It's the way it builds up to something for so long. Just for this, like... Every time. Every fucking time. Yeah, what I was going to say before that I tried to avoid until I got this later is that by stage 4, I always feel like I'm near the end. That whole castle sequence I just did, that always feels like the end to me. And it's not even close. I don't even think I'm close to the halfway point yet, to be completely honest. Like this music, this whole setting here, this feels like, wow, we're there. Game's about to be beaten. And I'm gonna tell you now, no. No it ain't. There is still quite a lot left. Oh, this is a hell of a song though. It's amazing. Like, for a Super Nintendo game, they managed to make this so good. I'd love to hear like an orchestrated version of this game's soundtrack. I don't know if that's something anyone's ever done. But, oh, if they have, and I haven't heard it yet, I don't know why I haven't. I might have to look for that later. Ooh. You use a holy cross to kill some fireballs. Again, I remember getting to this point and being like, well, this is it. This music, this setting. It's final boss time, isn't it? And I'm gonna tell you now, once again, it's not. It really feels like it, especially when you go back to this song. But, nope. What this is actually the beginning of, the thing this is actually all hyping up, is we are now in the castle. Oof. I think that's basically what that whole part is anyway. Oh yeah, I said I was going to reset the chat, because it's really bugging me. Wait, what? That didn't work. There we go. That's better. Having someone just drop in and be like, hey, so about insert thing that's not this, and then leaving right afterwards. It's just really demotivating. I don't need that. I did answer them. It's just once they got what they wanted, they fucked off. Hello, Bryce. You've saved me. You've saved me from this uncomfortably quiet chat. What did you miss? Just this game. Honestly, that's it. It's just been me talking to myself for like... How long have I been live for? Yeah, I've been talking to myself for like 55 minutes. I can't believe I'm gonna get a game over in Castlevania 4. It feels silly to be talking like that. It's just, I know this game really well. I don't normally suck this much at it. I don't know what's happened to me today. I'm just not with it. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh Jesus, WTF. Huh? We all have off gamer days, so it's understandable. Thank you. It's just when you're so familiar with a game and then you start like fucking up like crazy. It like gets to you in a really weird way. You start being like, but I'm not normally like this. Like when I died in Majora's Mask in our current playthrough, I remember just kind of a part of me being like, oh my god, this is what it looks like when you die in this game, because like you just don't die in that game. I'm so familiar with it. Holy shit. What is happening? What is happening to me? Is this the one? I can never remember. No. Must be this one. No? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, if you break that at the wrong point, then you die. Oh, here's a secret for anyone who gives enough of a shit. If you're interested. There's this old man and his little ghost doggy. And you can... Ow. You can kill his ghost doggy. And then he'll go over to it and he'll be like, why? And he'll cry. And then that's it. You can kill a ghost doggy and you can be a terrible person for it. The end. There is actually another secret area that I didn't know existed until I was achievement hunting this game at one point on the retro achievements, and it said to like go to the second secret area, and I did, and it was cool, but I couldn't tell you where that was, how to get there, or anything, because I didn't know it existed until I read about it and then looked it up. I don't think it's any different. I think it's just a room with some stuff in it. And maybe a dog that you can kill. Talking to yourself for 55 minutes doesn't sound like much of a blast. Oh, well, you know, truthfully, no, it's not been. But, you know, I was kind of saying before, I might make less of an effort to stream and more of an effort to record soon, because I have a feeling that this is the way that streams are gonna go going forward. Oh, fuck! Going forward. And I can't just expect you to always show up and bail me out. So yeah, I'm not sure. I've been talking about this a little bit. I don't mind it being in a video. I don't really care, to be honest. Considered streaming on YouTube and seeing if that does any better, since, you know, we got a bigger following on there. And to be honest, it's just worth a try. Like, we've been on Twitch for so long. I was saying this earlier, I don't know if it was in the video. I apologize if I'm repeating this for anyone watching this on YouTube. We've been on Twitch for so long, and like, just haven't ever really seen a lot of growth. And I mean, obviously, you can say that... Oh, fuck! Oh, wow, that's close. You can say that that's down to, like, the streamer. And, like, I would take that accountability. But also, like, you know, we've tried playing, like, top trending games. We've tried changing our hashtags. We've tried doing just chatting before streams. We've tried, you know, Sari's even tried exploiting the fact that she's a girl and centering the camera and stuff around herself quite a bit. Just for the sake of, like, well, it might help us grow. I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, it makes sense. And like, you know, we've tried, we've tried playing new releases. We've tried, what the fuck is, oh, that's like a silly looking skull down there. That's what that is. What else have we tried? Yeah, we've tried, like, all different types of streaming, like, hours. We've tried streaming, you know, just for an hour, just to make it easy watching for people. We've tried streaming for like 8 hours. Tried pretty much every possibility. And I think the thing about Twitch is it's just really hard to get a following on here. I think it's just really hard to grow on Twitch, to be honest. We've seen someone that, like, well, Saria knows. I've never met the person, but there's someone that, like, I know of, I suppose is probably the way I'd word that, that rapidly grew, but they were doing things that I can't bring myself to do, which is, like, getting involved with like small streamer communities, shouting out other streamers and like showing up to their streams and stuff. It's all self-serving. It's all very, I'm trying to build myself up through networking. It's not from a good place. It's not from a place of actual support. It's networking to make yourself bigger. And that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not trying to be like moral high ground or anything. You know, if you want to grow, that is a way to do it. It's just, I don't know, using other people to make myself successful is just not a road I want to go down. Okay, we have to kill tables. If there's one thing you know when you're playing a game, it's that if you see a table, you have to attack it. 100%. You don't trust tables. I feel like I'm going to get a game over in here, you know? This is what I was talking about when I said I normally get to like stage 6. I actually got it wrong. It was stage 7 that's the gold one. But yeah, it's normally around stage 6. I was right with the number at least. I normally do start to die around this part. It gets a lot harder. Ooh, well, that came at a really nice time. Oh, there is an exploit I can do here, I think. Let's go down these stairs. Can't remember if this works or not. There you go. Okay. At least I get to fight this boss with full health. Look at him go. That was really fucking close. You always have to strike a pose when you get the ball. It's the law. I don't make these rules, I just abide by them. You know? You gotta strike a pose when you get the ball. Stage V. I think this is the gold room I was talking about. This is normally where I get game over. When it's not. Well, don't I look silly? And this is the library part. I like this bit. Music's really nice here. Music's really nice everywhere. I don't know why I'm specifying this one bit. The music is really nice everywhere in this game. That's all I've been saying this whole stream is, oh yeah, this game's soundtrack is great. Great sound effect. I might try to stream 2 games tonight, depending on how long it takes me to finish this one. I might try to do Belmont's Revenge as well tonight, depending on if that's like an hour long or not. I don't know how long that game is, but I got about 3 hours, so I might do that. Even though it's unrelated to Castlevania, I will give a small update in saying I've been extremely consistent with my universe recordings as of late, which has been really nice. I think the channel, the videos are up to like early October in that game's calendar. I'm now recording the 1st/2nd week of December. So definitely doing well with something at the moment. That's like the one thing that I'm really doing well with. Okay, Mr. Book. Oh, I just realized this. What I normally do here. This is what I mean. Like I'm completely not in my element right now. Is what I'd normally do in this part is just this. I'd like get to the stairs and then just. Except the one time I did it there, I died. But normally I'd just do that and just skip straight down to the end of the level. Because I don't really like that part where you're going down very much. I had to hit the universe struggle. Yeah, it's been very, very productive lately. I've been trying to set aside some time every night to do it, even if it's just 1 hour, one episode. Trying to make sure I do it like every day at the moment, because I'm so sick of 13. I really, really want to be done with 13 so I can enjoy it again. I'm not expecting switching games to be like the cure that makes me really, really, really love it, but I know that 13 is just fucking trash. I'm so beyond sick of that absolute garbage game. But then I've been playing it for a year and a half too, because I keep dropping it because it's just such a buggy fucking mess. Okay, I'm gonna do this right this time, so there we go. I think this one was the chicken, yeah. And then the end is just down here, so if I just don't drop from here, oh fuck. I don't know what's going on right now. What's the estimation for how much longer you have with it, with your current schedule? Okay, let's see. I did the math. From the episode I'm currently on, there's 55 more to record. Superstars episodes. Superstars episodes I throw in with a different episode. So like I do one episode a sitting, but because Superstars are only like 30-minute episodes, I just throw those in either the end of a SmackDown or the beginning of a Raw, whichever really. It would just be on one side or the other. Obviously, like, basically, it's naturally it's going to be that I record them after SmackDown, but if there comes a time where I'm like, I don't feel like it today, then it will be before Raw instead. So I don't really count those as separate days. So that takes off each Superstars recording day. So, that brings it to, I don't know, hang on. I'm now on the week of King of the Ring, which after that, there's one more month left on the game calendar that it's on, and then it's the 4 weeks in what's December in that game, so that's 5 weeks, and then there's another 4 for Rumble, another 4 for Chamber, and another 4 for Mania, well, December, January, February, March. There's 4 lots of 4 weeks. So 4, 8, 12, 16. And then there's 2 episodes, two episodes in each week. So that's 32. And then you've got TLC, Rumble, Chamber, Mania. It's another 4. So there's 36 more settings of that game to go. Now, obviously, I don't think I'm gonna be able to record it on my days off of work. I mean, my days where I've got work, because there just isn't the time in the day to then also record one. Normally, when I have work, because I do 8-hour shifts now, I don't really have time for anything else in those days, because we normally have to get orders and shit done. So, like, those all kind of get excluded, so that's 3 days each week that I can't actually record it to. So hopefully I'll have it done by July. That's the hope. Because I know I started 13 in January of 2021. That's when I started recording it. I made sure with 12 that I finished it by the end of 2020. Because it was bugging me that I wasn't going to. So I just went nuts on recording it. But 13 takes an hour each episode, whereas 12 did not. tomorrow's episode I'm really nervous about, because it's an entire tournament in one sitting, and I did the math and it's like 18 matches I've got to record in one sitting, and I'm so nervous about how long that's gonna take. I'm gonna hang in there. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get through it. Just go your own pace, don't want to overwork yourself and then get mad about it. I'm not really, to be honest. I pretty much do it whenever I feel like it, really. It's just I manage to... I have in my head that it's like at least squeeze one in a day, because you're going to hate yourself if you don't. And it's true. I'm a lot happier getting at least one a day done. The only thing I need to make a better effort on is editing and uploading them, because at the moment I'm like mass recording like crazy, but they're not going up, which feels a little counterproductive. That's almost, as I've said before, it's almost the part I don't necessarily enjoy. Fuck. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like this game. I absolutely love Castlevania 4. But as I was describing before you showed up, in my head it's like, well, if I end up not streaming things like Castlevania in the future and just recording them instead, that might be healthier for me, because I know no one gives a shit about me playing this right now. I know it's not really going to do well on the channel, etc, etc. It's just, it's something I really enjoy and I want to record a playthrough so that if anybody wants to check it out, it's there. I don't really expect anyone to like it. As I said at the start of this, I've never met a living soul that likes Castlevania. Yeah, sometimes I think that might just be the better way to handle it. And I think that's kind of what I was saying, is like, I like the process of making Universe. I don't necessarily like uploading it. I don't like being told to name a tag team a name I don't want to give them over and over and over again. Or that this guy should win this and this guy should win this and everybody's got to win something. Sometimes I think I just like making it for myself more. What a nice guy. What a lovely fellow. You know what makes me really uncomfortable? Being grabbed by a painting. And it not hurting you or anything, it just kind of grabs you. Just Dick, DDT, and Kofi have a borderline racist name, dude. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Actually, I actually mentioned that today in a recording. I was recording Superstars, and DDP competed in a match, and I basically, now that ECW's dead, and that's like public knowledge, I can say this, I made sure when I was dividing the rosters that Kofi and DDP were on completely separate brands and nowhere near each other. And I actually say at one point in the video, I think, I'm like, and now you can stop all telling me what to call their team, or something like that. I don't know, just the amount of times I got to, I'm still calling them this, I kept getting, and it's like, I don't care. I don't know why you're arguing with me. Why are you trying to take this away from me? This is my own creation that I'm enjoying being my thing. Why can't I just have it? Why do you have to tell me what it all is? Why does it have to be not my own ideas? I'm having fun just creating. You wouldn't reach over to an artist and constantly smear paint that you think would suit better all over their painting. Why are you doing that with my work? Oh, this fucking part. Ah, the cellar. I stand corrected. Now this is where I always die. This is like the hardest part of the whole game. And that music. Those bongos. Like they could, and just hear me out, make their own series with their own ideas. Oh, yeah, exactly. Imagine that. You got people like making their own headcanons for what should happen next, and I'm like, buddy, I already planned it all out. The whole thing is playing out as I already planned it out. I'm not just rolling with it and looking for ideas. It's a story that I wrote. It has a conclusion already. It has many steps. I've thought and thought and thought on it non-stop. You watched it for 20 minutes. I've thought on it non-stop for 5 months. I know what I'm doing. You may not like what I'm doing, you may not agree with it, but I know what I'm doing. My other favorite one, alright, I don't want to turn this into Universe Chat, the video, because this is like one of my favorite games of all time, and I don't feel like I'm giving it what it deserves. But I do just want to say, one of my other favorite comments, I always get this, is people saying they don't like someone because they don't like the real life version of them. Fuck The Rock, go back to Hollywood. Universe Rock wasn't ever in Hollywood, he's a full-time wrestler. I hate Goldberg, he's a botchy piece of shit. He doesn't botch in a video game. You're not watching real life Goldberg. You need to learn to dissociate them. And it's always the same people that are able to separate Benoit from being the murderer that he was. Or they're able to support Sammy and Darby, who are sex pests. It's just scummy people. They're able to separate those ones just fine. But they have like a premeditated notion about some guy. And they can't give the character that I've built of him a try because they're too busy caught up in not liking the real person. It's just funny. Because it's like, well, you're not really taking in the work that I'm doing then. Imagine saying you don't like someone in a game because they botch. The Great Khali can do whatever the fuck you want him to in a game because it's a game. I could take your least favorite guy and I could do something completely different to why he's your least favorite guy. And I think a lot of people will have a hard time liking them just because... I kind of get it, you know, you would have a hard time liking them because you never liked them to begin with. So the fact that they're just being used different in a game isn't going to be enough. I kind of get it. Just, you know, if you're going to insult them, maybe just don't associate them with the real version. Maybe insult them because of something that's actually based on what you've been watching. Great Khali could be the next Angle, it's not real life. Exactly. I could do whatever the fuck I want with him. I could just start pushing him real hard. But as like... a hero. A beloved hero that everybody celebrates. God, this fucking part is so hard. It is so hard. Alright, you know what? Let's get those lives back. This is what I meant when I said this part's like crazy hard though. Now you see. It gets a lot easier from here afterwards. But this general bit is mad hard. Like, I got people telling me that I need to go easy on Santino a lot. And that, like, they hope he actually wins because I spend so much time ragging on him. And it's like, that's the character I'm building for him. The whole point is that when he wins, I'm going to celebrate it because I can't believe it actually happened. It's supposed to be a running gag. I'm trying to make a comedy character funny without making it based around the fact that I can't make him funny in a jokey way. He's not gonna tell jokes, it's a game. I can't make him talk. Oh, right, here we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Fuck. You got it this time around, I feel it. Okay, well you were right, I got this one. Now, let's see if I can handle... Oh no, this is still block 8-1. Okay, cool. I can sometimes spend like 40 minutes on just this one part of the game, and the rest of the game I can do in like the other hour 20. And I have a feeling today's gonna be one of those days. I've just been so not on form with this game today. Ooh. Oh. It's just one of those days. Sorry, we'll read the bigger comment in a moment. A running gag can only last 2 weeks and then needs to be taken seriously in a world title feud immediately after that sometimes storytelling. Oh yeah. Block 8-2. Alright, okay. 4 lives to get through block 8-2. If I remember, block 8-2 isn't actually that bad. I don't remember this part being that bad. I don't remember restarting this too often. See, the thing about this game, if you didn't catch it before when it happened, is spikes are instant death. So... that's not fun. Landing on or being crushed by. Either or. Both instant death. Even a little tap on the head. If I remember, the boss to this level is one of the hardest in this game too. Like, they went all out on this one level. This was the level where boys became men. I think that's a dagger, so I should really just get that out of my sights whilst I'm nowhere near it. Fuck. Oh wow, that was greedy. That was really, really reckless, and that should not have worked. Okay, here we go. I do not like this part. No pressure. Ooh. Oh, I forgot about this bit. Just a heads up, these platforms do not spawn in any rhythm or pattern at all. Okay, I got it on the first try. Thank fuck for that. I just cannot die to this boss and all is well. Spam this shit out. Spam this shit out. Spam, spam. Okay. Whew. Okay. That boss can actually be weirdly tough sometimes. I think having the cross was a good move. Okay. Alright, there you go. That's the worst of it done. I think this is the gold bit I've been constantly mentioning. I think now I'm here. Now I'm at the gold part. Yes. I actually forgot about the music in this part. Not recognizing this at all. Oh, now it's sounding more familiar. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, it's just this intro part's weird. Here we go. Yeah, this is a good song. This is a good song, he says, having said every single song so far is a good song. There are no bad songs in this game as far as I'm concerned, but allow me to once again remind you that this is a good song. So many ghosts. I remember there being something weird about the visuals in this level when you pause it. I think the ghosts keep moving? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, when you pause, the ghosts keep moving. That's fun. Shit, why did I come down here? No. Oh my god, this song. This is one of the best ones in the game. How did I forget the intro? Well, I fucked that up. I don't know if I can fix that. I think that's it. I think the only thing I can do is die. I don't think that's gonna come back. Nope. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take a chance on the jump then. Maybe I can still make it. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, ay 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 ay. Well, that was scary. So can I at least make it to 9-2 before I die? Okay, here we go. Now I don't care if I die as much. Naturally I'd prefer if I didn't, but... Aww, should have gone for the gold thing. Stop. Oh god, here we go. Yep, there it is. I had a feeling there was something about the way that one spawned in that just made me go, well, it's gonna kill me. Okay, we get to experience the whole build-up into just one of the best songs again. How can you hate that? Jich got skills. Oh, no, he doesn't. Jich doesn't have skills. Never mind. Jich thought he had skills for a few seconds and then was quickly knocked down. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. I'm standing directly in the damage area of an enemy and doing mild damage to it. Come on. There's something killing you from behind, is it? How mean. Nah, fuck that. I feel like that's bait up there. What a weirdly satisfying sound effect. Couldn't tell you what it is about that sound effect, but I enjoy something about it. Whereas that I do not enjoy. Really generous with the chicken at the moment. was about to be like, geez, all they're doing is giving me money, and I remembered I'm in like the gold area. Like everything is money. Of course that's all I'm getting. There's actually a reasonable explanation. That bone dragon was made of money. Man, imagine if this game got like an HD remake. I just thought about that and like kind of salivating a little bit at the thought. It would never happen because this is a Konami game. The only thing they do for Castlevania nowadays is release Castlevania NFTs. Oh, and nostalgia collections like this one. Although actually this was pre-NFT. Now it's just NFTs. Oh god, this is not a good boss. You know it's a bad boss when every time you hit it, it drops something that hurts you. Those little bits flying off of it will hurt me if I touch them. The like clumps, that is. Not obviously the bits that I'm literally standing under. Cool. Cool. Well, this is bad. Please start dying. Fucking hell, that was close. Jeez. Dude, I'll get on that Castlevania NFT hype train. Where do I sign up? Konami's official Twitter page, and I think the auction for that NFT is already over. You can earn a pixel art. I mean, you can own a hyperlink to a pixel art that already exists. But you will own that hyperlink. Bro. That will be your hyperlink. Oh, bloody tears. This is like the #1 Castlevania bop. Happening. There we go. Like I own it, screenshot illegal. I mean, you'll own the link. People can still screenshot it though. Shit. That was fucking stupid. That's right, I get to hear the whole start to this song again. What could be better than that? Let's try being a bit more careful here. That seems to have worked out just fine. I like that it goes from block 1 to 9, and then you got block A. And you'll, at that point, you just don't know how many more levels you're going to be playing. Because once the alphabet starts, once we stop counting numbers and we start going with letters, it's like, well, how many letters do you want to cover? How many letter and number combos do you want to cover? Is it just the 26 letters? Is it 5 of the 26 letters? Is it... yeah, is it that? I forgot to swing. That is what we call an asshole enemy placement. That's called we knew exactly what we were fucking doing and we did it anyway. Enemy placement. A bit like that, actually. That little bit you got to get over there. That's that also falls under that umbrella. I can't remember what the boss to this part is. Yeah, I used to play this yearly for a little while. I just haven't in ages. And it's really starting to show. Why is my hand cramping up so much? I only ever get that when I'm playing on the PS4. Every other controller doesn't do it. I think it's because the PS4 is just that little bit too thin of a controller. I got big man hands. I don't really identify with them, but you know, they're there. Shit. Old Nintendo game playing asshole moves for no reason, you're fucking with me. Alright, fair enough. To be fair, the Super Nintendo wasn't really known for doing that. That was really an NES thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure there were some bullshit hard games on the Super Nintendo. Ghosts and Goblins was a Super Nintendo game. But there weren't as many. I need some chicken ASAP. I need some candle chicken. Come on. You nearly got me. But two can play the throwing game. I mean, my axes don't do that. I feel like that's probably a good trade-off. Yeah, waxy poultry. It's exactly right. Couldn't have worded it better myself. Come on. Yeah, boy, there we go. Now I have like 2 hits on me. Oh. Oh. Nice. Nice. Come on, more candle chicken. I know you got it in your game. Ooh, 3 hits. Oh, there it is. Okay, alright. Yeah, I remember this boss now. Noodles. The boss is Noodles. He shoots ramen at you. Or does he just break into ramen? You know, I don't actually know. I'm fighting a boss. Got your feet. Hey. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, his head fell off. Poor guy. Ah, that's a lame pose. I'm not really surprised I forgot that boss, to be honest. What is B? I don't remember B. It's gonna be one of those, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna go, oh yeah, B. Okay, it's the long pathway to the very end of the game. Alright, fair enough. That makes sense.
First motherfucking
Oh,
try,
yeah.
baby. Hey!
Ba-da-ba-ba. Just bops all around. I like the way these guys carry their heads. Also, thank you for the first try. It was, in fact, the first try. A. This music is just so hype. Can never remember if this one is Beginning or Vampire Killer, though. I think this is Vampire Killer. I gotta ignore all of those, resist temptation, and just run. Well, I'm fucked. Okay. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, I think this is Beginning and the other one was Vampire Killer. Not that anyone really gives a shit, just, you know, I'm trying to impress no one with my Castlevania music song knowledge. If I'd fucked this up, then I gotta play that last level all over again, and I don't want to. Even though I don't think it was that bad. That last section of the level. Not the whole level. Well, I shouldn't have said that, because now I do have to play it. I still don't think it was really that bad. I think this part was actually, like, fairly simple. Yeah, I'm already at the bridge part, like, yeah. It's kind of nothing, really. I really wish I had some water on me right now. Throat is so dry. I've been drinking this bubblegum soda. Not hydrating at all. The exact opposite, actually. I feel like I've been more dried out from it than before I had it. Yeah, that was like nothing. That whole section is really short-lived. Not complaining. Not complaining at all. Gotcha. I got it! Oh, fuck. Oh, by the way, Bryce, don't worry. One of these days we will actually do some Mario Party. Assuming you still want to do that. We may not have a party of 4 anymore, but we'll do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'd really like to do some Mario Party again. I don't remember the last time I played that game. It's kind of a bummer because it's a real reminder of how many fucking shit, of how many friends I don't have anymore. But you know, everybody just kind of goes away one by one. I'm good doing that. Finally got my stuff set up. Awesome. Yeah, we just have to find a time to do it, and then for sure. Oh my fucking god! It caught up to me. No party of 4. Nah, dude, we don't really have another friend to do it with. The closest I can think is Dan. I don't think he really likes Mario Party that much. I don't really catch him around too often either, to be fair. Okay. Easy does it. Easy does it. Okay. Where is that part? Where is that part? Don't worry, Bryce. Every Mario Party game has Wario. You'll always have a character to play. Okay. Here we go. Easy does it. Easy does it. Okay. Just gonna jump on there and then... Oof. You're not supposed to jump. Well, to be fair, you have Wario and Donkey Kong. You're spoiled for choice. Although I think they do actually stop making Donkey Kong a playable character in some of them. Depending on which one we're playing. But I haven't thought that far ahead. Me? Waluigi? Alright, well there you go. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in most of them. Just not the first 2. Which are the best ones. Oh fuck. Oh jeez. I hate this. I hate this part. There's nothing quite like not knowing what it is that you're actually being lifted into. Until like a millisecond before. Oh, no, no, no. Are you fucking... I was holding up. I was holding up. I blame the PS4 controller for all of this. Everything that's happening right now, I blame on the PS4 controller exclusively. It's weird, actually. To be fair, after playing like the Switch Pro controller for so long, holding this PS4 controller, I am kind of holding this like, this controller is uncomfy as fuck. Which is weird, because I always used to like this one, but like, now I'm holding it, I'm like, this, I don't like this controller very much. I think I really do need them to just be a bit more bulky. My like right hand is just cramping up so bad right now. I don't really know why else it would be though. weird. I've used this controller for years. I don't know why this is a problem now. Unless I've just like hurt my wrist and this is just drawing attention to it. I don't know, I haven't played any other consoles today. No, I played Universe, but... Oh, come the fuck on. Played Universe today, which is a PS3. And that wasn't too bad. And that's a much smaller controller than the PS4. Maybe it's just the shape of it, I don't know. Or as I say, maybe I've just hurt my wrist. And this is just drawing attention to it. I don't know. I do sleep like shit most nights, so I probably just slept on it funny. I have tiny bab hands, so I like the controllers. Xbox feels like playing with rock to me. So yeah, whereas I need the Xbox One controller. That's like my preference. Or my preference is the Switch Pro controller. Are you... What the fuck is happening? I'm gonna go this way. I don't really know why, but I'm gonna go that way. I don't know what the fuck's happening right now. I'm just doing so bad at this. This part sometimes takes me a few attempts, but never this many. Jeez. Actually, like, nervous at how long I'm gonna take to beat the boss now. Like, the final boss. Because that normally takes me a couple attempts. But the rate I'm playing at the moment, it's like, well, I'm gonna be on it for, like, the rest of the fucking night. I don't want to save state, not during this game. I understand during Castlevania 1 and 3, because they're bullshit hard. Castlevania 2 is like really generous. I don't even think where you die matters that much. Okay, that wasn't me. It wasn't giving me a platform that would actually take me over there. That wasn't me. I will admit that I am playing like garbage. But that one... Please stop sticking to the steps. I might die again because he kept sticking to the step. I wasn't trying to go down at all. He kept sticking to it by me pressing right too. I don't know why. It's up to go up the stairs. I don't know what version of this game this collection plays, but it does. Maybe it's just that. Maybe the version that it plays is just crappy. I don't honestly know at this point. Something about this feels really wrong though, and it has for a while. And I can't tell if it's just because I'm not used to the controller I'm using with this game. I can't tell if it's just because like I myself have just gotten worse. My brain is not fully focused in it. I don't know. Something is throwing me off though, and I'm doing a shit job with this today. This game feels like it really has cheap fuck you moments. Honestly, it really, this is a very fair Castlevania game. It's weird to me that it's acting up so much. Like the stairs, I keep fucking sticking to them. He keeps trying to walk down them when I walk towards them. It doesn't normally do that. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, well I'm at this part now, so this isn't too bad now. Ba-ba-bum-bum, ba-ba-bum-bum. Oh. Yeah, this is acting different too. Every copy of Castlevania 4 is personalized. Wario show you fun. Oh god, my fucking hand is cramping up so bad. Sorry, just a sec. Shit. That boss looks sick. Now when you say sick, do you mean unhealthy? Because he is a skeleton. Got my rhythm down now. Please stop. I don't know what's going on with this controller. I'm like trying to press left and he keeps like crouching. It's really fucking weird. I don't know what's going on. Is the battery dying? Not enough that it would be acting up this much. Jesus. It's really weird too, because the PS4, like the D-pad, none of the buttons are actually like, well, I mean, they are connected underneath, but you know what I mean. It's really weird. Just kept crouching randomly when I was fighting him. It is a pretty cool looking boss though. I kind of see where you're coming from. They actually bring this one back in one of the other games, I think. Symphony of the Night. Woo. Jesus, he does so much damage. There we go. Nope. Never mind. Never mind the here we go. Fuck's sake. Alright, there we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. On to the next part. It's a very small bit of healing. And a little bit more. And even more. This music though. Oh, here comes the Digimon looking dude. Oh! Way easier than the last boss. There you go. Once again, right down to my very last bit of health. This was such a cool idea though, to finish off this game. I do really like this part. I'm just getting a little salty with it right now. Because for some reason shit's just not working right. Thank you for all those hearts I didn't need. It's Mr. Reaper. This is like the most generous version of the Reaper in any Castlevania game I've played. I mean, he still fucking killed me, but he's like so much less bad in this game compared to how he is in the others. To be fair, I kind of needed the health back anyway. I like his horse curtain. Very nice. Very decorative. Oh. Oh. Yeah, go on. Waste your time. Waste your time. Okay, that was a little cheap. Alright, okay. Also, yeah, I've noticed, yeah, there is definitely something going on with the controls here, because when I'm swinging, if you just tap the attacks as square on this controller, it's just supposed to go in a straight line like that, which does more damage, whereas if you hold it, you do this like floppy thing, which does way less damage, and it keeps doing that. Yeah, I'm just tapping the button. I'm not holding it at all. I'm actually like quickly removing my thumb from it. Like off of the button entirely. So yeah, it's like sticking a bit, which is weird. It just seems like a pretty bad port of this game, I guess. This is really unfortunate, because this is one of my favorites. well. I'll be looking for a bit. I gotta grab my roommates from work. Oh, that's fine. Might lose service though. That is also fine. I'm about to beat this game. I think I'm just gonna finish the stream afterwards. I don't think anyone else is coming. So yeah, I might as well just wrap it up really. But I'm about to finish it. Hopefully this won't take too long. I love how much chicken they give you. Like, one is not enough. I love the aesthetic of this game so much. I love the aesthetic of Castlevania so much. There's nothing quite like it. I don't even need to hit these. They're not going to give me anything I need. Alright, hopefully this doesn't take too many attempts. I want to say this is one of the more sensible Dracula fights. Shit, I forgot you're supposed to hit that. Shit, I forgot you're supposed to hit that, he said, and then didn't. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh. Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Well, this isn't going to be the one, but this wasn't a bad attempt. I don't know, to be fair, this part's not too bad. Okay. Okay, had to prove me wrong. Alright, that's fine. That's what you've been doing all day, Mr. Game. Thank you. Oh shit.
Cool!
Fuck's sake. For the record, I don't think I really clarified there, and I don't think it showed it very well. When he spits out a little ball that just kind of flies around like really aimlessly, if you hit it, it will like start firing out an attack, and then afterwards it will fall down and you'll get a chicken. That's why I wanted to hit it so bad before. Just for some clarity. In case anyone's ever watching this and wondering why I was like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be the one. Oh, look, there's one now. Yeah, it's like I said, this is gonna take me a while, because for some reason I can't play this game for shit right now. How long has it been? Hour 49 on the recording. So I'm about on track with how long it normally takes me to beat this game from my memory, because I think it was about 2 hours. So, it's, you know, I guess there is that. Come on, Dracula. Hurry the fuck up. Fucking hell, what? Yeah, those don't stay on screen for very long. Just wanna beat this fucking game. Please. Hey, there you go. Chicken. Well, this should be the one. I'm gonna feel really upset with myself if I fail this time. Like they've really set me up to win this time. He is just fucking hideous in this form. I mean, that's the point, but... There you go. Yeah, what a finishing pose. Well, of the few Castlevania games I've ever played, that's my second favourite. Symphony of the Night beats it for sure, but of the platformer Castlevanias I've played, this is the best. And it was fun. Shame about like some of the control issues I had. This game's like a perfect 10 out of 10 otherwise for me. Just a good time all around. Beautiful music. I love this credits music. Honestly, just fantastic credits music. It really gives you that like nostalgic feel. Well, it really gives me that nostalgic feel. I shouldn't really be like, oh, it gives you that. You're feeling it right now. This is making you very happy. Because you are me. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm happy to have played this game again. I don't really have too much to say other than that. It's, you know, it's been a blast. It always is. This music is beautiful. This whole game's soundtrack is beautiful. I wish people would give Castlevania more of a chance, but sometimes I think there's a reason it died. Yeah, I think Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge is about 2 hours. I don't really feel like doing that tonight then. Okay. I might not even record that one, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be worth it. If it's anything like the first Castlevania Game Boy game, it's probably not very good. To just kind of preface it, it's probably not very good, because the first one was... oh, it was bad. Imagine, oh god. Every time I see this credit sequence, I think the same thing. I think, wow, imagine actually fighting all these bosses with the leather whip. Just the generic one you get at the start. Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. Just playing the whole game with that? Wait, what? You could throw daggers whilst you were hanging from— I mean, to be fair, that'd be like claw handing it a little bit. You got one button holding the whip. Oh no, actually that wouldn't at all be— what the hell am I saying? You'd have the you'd have your thumb on obviously the whatever direction you needed to be going, and then you'd have your other thumb on the square button, and then you'd have a finger on the R1. That's actually not it's actually not that bad at all. I think it's because he was swinging, which you have to press left and right for, which means that they were like actively moving left and right whilst also holding down square whilst also pressing R, and I think that's where that got a little bit messy. Oh, it's nice to relive, you know, the whole game in a credits sequence. Okay, I was like, go on, fight him. Just walk left and right in the corner. I can't remember, is this where it just kind of ends? Yeah, I think this is where it just ends. I don't think there's anything beyond presented by Konami. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, no, it starts again, that's right. And then you can just play the whole game again. Cool. Well, that's another one down. Pretty much the only thing left to do in this collection is these two. Hopefully I have a better time with the controller next time I play, because I definitely had a bit of a disaster today. These logos are so much cooler. I stand by that. Just realized they don't have a— there isn't a Japanese version of 3. 1, 2, that's 4, that's Adventure, Belmont's Revenge, the one on the other one, the Sega one, Bloodline, and Kid Dracula. But yeah, there's no actual Castlevania 3. I wonder what's up with that. Oh no, they do have— it's Castlevania 2 they don't have. Oh, okay. That'd probably be because it's mostly a dialogue-y game comparison. Mostly a dialogue game, he says. Well, anyway, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna just go ahead and finish up the stream today. How many achievements are there actually left for this game? Out of curiosity, though. Not that I'm really trying to complete it. There's like— I think you have to play through Castlevania 3 quite a lot of times. Yeah, I'd need to play it with Trevor, play it with Grant, play it with Alucard, and like beat it each time too. And I didn't really like 3. I actually quite dislike 3. Kid Dracula sounds like it could be fun to try and beat at some point. Just like I have to beat Bloodlines twice too. So yeah, probably won't really try too hard to actually complete this one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go offline now though. I don't really think there's much point staying online tonight. Not really getting anywhere, so I'm gonna call it a night here. Bye bye.